Hey, how you doing? I want to show you a video of an object that, if you're into UFOs, you might find rather interesting. I want to show you that right here is a water tower. Okay, it's 2.5 miles away, and this object in this video, excuse me, passed behind this water tower a couple times. So I know that this object is at least 2.5 miles away. So I just wanted to point that out, so you'll have to try and determine for yourself uh, the size of this thing. It's pretty incredible, actually. And notice the light signature on this thing is not steady as far as a strobe or a pulse goes. It's rather erratic looking. There's a reason for that, and I'll show you that in just a minute here. This thing had been flying around, like I said, for quite a while. All across the horizon. I thought it was going to land a couple times. Now, this image right here is an actual photograph. This is about 196 millimeters here, okay? Right around 200 millimeters. But I did some work on the contrast on it so you could see that this right here is the object in the infrared. I had my P900 sitting right next to the infrared when I was filming that. So anyway, that's the water tower right there, and that's the object up above it right there. So let's zoom in a little bit on that object. Isn't that interesting looking? See these flanges on here? I think this is part of the reason for all the sparks it looks like in the infrared. I want to show you right here. There's two ridges here coming off of this central point right here. Again, I think there's another vortex generator right here, and that's not an airplane. There's no doubt about that. Let me show you something else here. This is about 200 millimeters as well. Let's zoom in on it here a little bit. Now, I think what's going on right here is the first thing you're going to say is, wow, that's out of focus. I don't think it is. I think what's going on is this thing is going through a mass reduction. In other words, it's vibrating to the point to where it is starting to change its molecular construct. I think that's what's going on right there. So this thing is already basically invisible to the naked eye. I mean, I couldn't see it unless I took a photograph or I was using the infrared camera on it. So I think at this stage right here, it's going even farther in its vibratory stance in order to possibly, completely disappear. Now I put this, I left this in the photograph intentionally. This is part of the cell phone tower right here, and as you can see, it's not blurry. The camera was on a tripod. And this is another picture of the object again. Okay, so if this is not blurry, this is about 1.5 miles away, almost 2 miles away. And this is a 200 millimeter lens. This should not be moving in the background if this is not moving in the picture. So let's zoom in on the background there a little bit. And we've got an object of some kind. And I believe this is the same thing as right here. It's changing the size that it is. And I think it's basically sort of wobbling back and forth at a rather rapid pace and turning at a 90-degree angle. And the source of this light right here, I believe, is this top of this spindle right here. I might be wrong, but I have no idea what these things are. I'm just trying to figure out how they function and why they look the way they do. I mean, I know that's not an out of focus airplane, okay? So now what I tried to do at the moment I was, filming that object by the water tower with the infrared, I turned on the video and tried to get a video with the 900, but it doesn't work very well as a video camera at night. But I did get like 2 screen grabs of a video out of this thing here. Let's zoom in on it a little bit here. And I want you to notice something here. This has got this pyramid kind of conical shape to it. And I think right down through here is a spindle of some kind. And on the top and the bottom are torsion field generators, or what I call vortex generators. And it's counter-rotating magnetic fields here is what's happening. Now, in a nanosecond, this thing went from this green color to red in the next screen grab, and then it went completely out of focus. So all I have is 2 screen grabs from the video. Now let me show you a screen grab from the infrared. Here is basically the same thing filmed almost at the same moment, only you can see what's happened now is this is slightly turned at an angle here, this pyramid. Now you see these rings around here? I think that's that counter-rotating magnetic field here that's being generated by these vortex generators here on this spindle right here. I'm not saying that's how it works, but I don't have much to go by other than the visual aspects of this thing. And something else that I always see is this wagon wheel here in the middle with the holes around the outside of it here. I have no idea what that is, but it shows up quite often in a lot of my photographs and videos. And this is the screen grab that happened just a nanosecond after that green one that I just showed you. And you can see this angle just like the infrared. So I think they were taken basically almost at the same moment. It's hard to get them pieced out that way. But I want to show you this screen grab here out of the infrared because I think it's really important. It's got these spokes running down here that are made up out of these round areas here, or structures, okay, coming out of what I think is the vortex generator here, out of this central area. Now this square here and this square here I think are really important here, and I'll show you why. I mean, I don't know what they are, but they come into play here, and what I'm showing you here is that right in here and right here I think are those same round objects that I was just showing to you. And here's the vortex generator and another one up here. I mean, this thing is changing shape as fast as it's changing color. And you saw how in the infrared at the beginning how fast it was throwing off sparks, basically, we'll call them. And it's just incredible. Here's that square area that I was telling you about right here, okay? And see this here spiral, this curve right here, and this one here. These are these counter-rotating rings of some kind, I think. This is where the spindle would be, running down through the center of it. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this, because this is an object of some kind, and it's generating a lot of energy, and it's not just a wingtip light here. You see these dark areas here throughout, and then the lighter areas here on the outside of it. I think it's the surface of the object, like I said, phase shifting into a form like that. When you actually photograph it, that's what it's looking like. It's phase shifting on a molecular level somehow. It's the way it looks to me. So I think we've got some kind of a different character here on film, and I don't have a clue what it is, but it is fascinating to me, to say the least. And even in this screen grab out of the infrared here, it looks like to me it is I know these are artifacts in the light meter, picking it up, but still, I think this object here is affecting the ambient area around it with electrical charge, like a ball lightning might do. Okay, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. Hope you'll share this video or subscribe, and thank you for watching. And hopefully, if you saw the end of my last video, you'll know why I say we'll get to do this again sometime, hopefully. So take care. Thanks again.